Tara, you kasi mute. Saya start. Hi, good evening, Miss Shafika. I'm Yamuna Harichandran here. Today we're going to do presentation for Introduction to Crime and Society. Subjects code and name DLE 0123 Introduction to Crime and Society. Title of the presentation The Raincoat Killer. Name of the lecturer Miss Shafika. Group members that going to do presentation for now Yamuna Harichandran, myself, Mohammad Norman.
Yamuna.
Yeah.
Can you start again?
Baru record ke?
Saya punya rekod sudah lari kejap.
Cuba check, dengar tak suara semua?
Ada dengar. Cuma tu lari saja. Can you start again?
Okay.
Okay.
Hi, good evening, Miss Shafika. I'm Yamuna Harichandran here. Today we're going to do presentation for Introduction to Crime and Society. Subjects code and name DLE 0123 Introduction to Crime and Society. Title of the presentation The Raincoat Killer. Name of the lecturer Miss Shafika. Group members who going to do presentation for now Yamuna Harichandran, myself Muhammad Norman bin Asman, Taruni Anaprampan Kumaraguru. Introduction to case. Yo Young Chul, also referred to as the Raincoat Killer, is one of South Korea's most prolific serial killer, actively murdering at least 20 people in Seoul between September 2003 and July 2004. Yo broke into four wealthy elderly people's home in late 2003 and killed the occupants by bloodgunning them with a hammer and then staging the scene as a robbery motivated murder. Besides targeting the rich elderly residents of Seoul, Yo also started targeting prostitutes and escort girls, killing at least 11 women between May and July of 2004 by luring them to his office sitter, beating them with his hammer, and then dismembering their bodies. Yo Young Chul claimed to have killed 26 people but was only convicted of 20 murders along with other aggravated crimes. He was given a death sentence and is currently on death row in Seoul Detention Center. Criminal Yo Young Chul. Yo Young Chul, born 18 April 1970, is a South Korean serial killer, sex offender, and self-confessed cannibal. After he admitted to the murders of multiple people, mostly prostitute and wealthy old women, the Seoul Central District Court convicted him of 20 murders, although one case was dismissed when it was identified as being committed by another serial killer. Jong Nam-ju. Yo burned three and mutilated at least 11 of his victims and admitted that he ate the livers of some of them. He committed his crimes between September 2003 to July 2004 and was apprehended on 15 July 2004. Yo explained his motivates in front of a TV camera saying, "Women shall be slut, and the rich shall know that what they have done." From September to November 2003, Yo killed several wealthy senior citizens by breaking into their houses and bloodgunning them with a hammer. To cover his track, Yo made the scene of his crime look like a robbery homicide took place. However, no money was taken, which confused the police investigators. When the investigation started to intensify, Yo switched to targeting female masseuse. In January 2004, Yo was briefly arrested on a mirror theft charge but was released 2 days later. Starting in March 2004, Yo called prostitutes to his residence in Western Seoul and bludgeoned them after having sex with them. His victims were dismembered and mutilated to hinder their identification. They were buried in the mountain surrounding the city. Police recovered 11 bodies from the mountain behind Bongwon Temple after Yo's arrest. During interrogations, Yo confessed to killing 19 people. On July 18, 2004, he admitted to an additional murder, the killing of 44-year-old male street vendor. Yo eventually confessed to killing 26 individuals on July 19, 2004, several days after his arrest, although no details were given. The list of purported victims included several individuals that did not match his prior pattern of wealthy senior or misuse. Friends of two of the misuse victims, whose bodies has been recovered, claimed they were not involved in massage therapy, meaning that Yo could have other unreported victims. Although the rainy Thursday murder was active contemporaneously starting in April 2004. Stabbing multiple women late at night in southwest Seoul, police were unable to link Yo to those murders. Several days later, Yo was confessed to killing a young woman, a worker in a clothing store, on 6 February 2004 in Inum-dong after he suspected her of being a prostitute. Yo had approached her for questioning by pretending to be a police officer. Approximately a month after his arrest, Yo confessed to eating the flesh of his victims, although no evidence to prove this was available. Thank you.
With time, 1 September 24, 2003, Ganong-gun Seoul University Professor Lee Deak-soo, 72, was stabbed in the neck with a knife. He and his wife Lee Yong-ok, 67, returned.
Norman,
Ha,
sekejap saya buka slide.
okay. Why jadi macam ni? Macam ni? Time 1 September 24, 2003, Ganong-gun Seoul University Professor Lee Deak-soo, 72, was stabbed in the neck with a knife. He and his wife Lee Yong-ok, 67, were then beaten to death with a hammer 4 kg. 2 October 9, 2003, Jang Nong-gung Seo Kang Yoo-sung, 85, was bludgeoned to death with a hammer. He together-in-law Lee Suk-jin, 16, and her handicapped grandson Go Jin-sun, 35, were killed in the same manner soon afterward. 3 October 16, 2003, Ganong-gun Seo-yoo, Jong-hee, 16, was beating with a hammer. She was later found by her son at 13, but dead at 14. 4 November 18, 2000, Gananjong Seong Yu asked his hammer to kill Kim Jong-seok. Hammer to kill Jong-seok, 87, and the latter as housekeeper. Lee Jin-hai, 53, he then accidentally cut himself while attempting to open a safe, so he burned down the house to study desktop DNA evidence. On December 11, 2003, Yo met a new girlfriend, escort girl, but she inevitably discovered his criminal record and told him not to see her again. He then decided to kill escort girl as revenge. By February 9, 2004, Nam Dong-gu Seong Chu Yong-di, 47, was killed. 6 March 16, 2004, Mapunggung Seo Yu Joki Kwang Ji-hu, 23, today he then cut ear corpus into pieces and dumped them on a trail near Songgang University. Next, modus operandi of the criminal. 1992, you marry a woman can now only as Miss Huang. The couple was blessed with a son. Throughout their marriage, you was sentenced to prison several times for theft, selling pornography, forgery, and identity theft because she could not stand her husband's attitude. Miss Huang asked for a divorce in 2000. At the same time, you was arrested by the police for raping a 50 years old teenager. On September 11, 2003, you was released from prison. A week after that, you was again active in stealing from rich people's house. You has broken into the house of a Professor Kenao Asli Dioksu. At that time, he has a knife and a hammer to kill the neck of the victim and his wife before returning home from the couple as residence. You had planned to leave the house in a state of robbery so that investigators could not track him down. More interestingly, he did not steal the couple as belonging. Only February 6, 2004, you killed an escort girl, Kenoa Leong-hae. The method of killing is still the same. In addition to Jeong-hae's several escort girls, we also killed some of the identities of the victim with escape successful identity by the investigative team after the incident. The following are the name of the victim killed by Yo. Mr. Chuang, 47 years old, Kwang Ji-hee, 20 years old, Ah Jia-sun, 44 years old, Kim Hee-sung, 25 years old, Shin Min, 33 years old, An Soja, 35 years old, Jiang Kwan, 26 years old, Kim Jin-ho, 27 years old, Wo Kong-yong, 28 years old, Kim Min-yong, 26 years old, Go Sung-hee, 24 years old, Im Min-yong, 27 years old. Only July 50, 2004, Yo was taken to a education center. The police have also found strong evidence during an inspection in his house. They have made several films which, which are the main evidence of the murder committed by Yo. Among the films from the police are Public Enemy, Very Bad Thing, and Normal Life. The discovery of the film had also led the police to the truth. We serial killer Jeong Dong-yong is your idol in committing crimes. Just so you can know, Jeong Dong-yong has killed 9 rich people around the Busan area. On September 24, 2003, Gangnam Go Seoul University Professor Lee Su, 72, was stabbed in the neck with a knife. He and his wife, Lee Yong-ok, 67, with the beaten to death with a hammer 4 kg. To October 9, 2003, Jong No-gun Seo, Kang Yong-sung, 85, was bludgeoned to death with a hammer together in Loli So Jin, 16, and her handicapped grandson Go Jin-sung, 35, were killed in the same venue soon afterward. 3 October 16, 2003, Gangnam Gun-seo, Yo Jong-hee, 16, was beaten with a hammer. She was later found by her son at 13, but died at 14. For November 18, 2003, John Dong-gun Seo Yo assaulted his hammer to kill Kim Jong-seo, 87, and the later housekeeper by Beijing High, 53. He died accidentally.
Ending of the case and punishment. Yo Yang-shul was taken to the Seoul Metropolitan Police Agency
Ending of the case and punishment.
Sekarang Tara kena baca.
Okay. Ending of the case and punishment. Yo Young was taken to the Seoul Metropolitan.
Tara?
Oh sorry saya tak buka mic. Baru nak buka. Okay. Ending of the case and punishment. Yo Yang-shul was taken to the Seoul Metropolitan Police Agency. Mobile Investigation Unit and is currently being treated as thief due to the lack of evidence for the murder. Yo quietly confessed to the killings and say he killed 26 people, starting with a elderly couple in Sinsadong down to the last woman he killed 2 days earlier. While in custody, Yo pleaded to F. a seizure. His handcuffs were removed and he was left unattended with the door open. He easily escapes and goes to his house to destroy the evidence. Yo then went to the motel and also bought 360 sleep pills. Despite escaping, he was caught around 11 to 12 hours later after a mobile patrol spotted him on roundabout pedestrian crossing. During his time in custody, he he changed his story many times, but he agreed to take the police to the body. During the expedition, he was put on yellow raincoat and mask to hide his identity, and the nickname Raincoat Killer, which are no which not and commonly used in Korea but even more so internally in the media. Ya's apartment was inspected and reported to be clean and organized, and she kept very neat scrapbook. Yo claimed to have eaten part of the internal organs of four of his victims, either to cleanse his spirit or to cure his especially. There is so hard evidence he did this, but four bodies were reported to have no organs. Yo Young Shwell pointedly say he will continue to kill in is not count. Yo Young Shwell faked an expletive stroke. He told the officer to uncuff his hand as he was feeling claustrophobic. The detective, until that point, had believed that he was not the guy they were looking for. Taking the opportunity, he escaped the facility, leaving a big blot in the repression of the police atrocity. Though not a lot of harm was done, and soon he was caught again. He had confessed to his crime but still not proved credit his conviction. There needed to be some prima facie evidence that linked him to the murders. That when Kim Il-suk did something that no one expected. She tried to extract fingerprints of the corpses, which is almost an impossible task to do. They also tried to get DNA samples from Yo Young Shwell Amber, which he has used for all his murders. The evidence was enough to convict him and all him accountable for the murders. But still, the police department was held accountable for carelessness in the case. And Kang Deng Wong, who served as the chief in the mobile forces, was demoted. The state believed that if the police encounter its time, then many lives will be saved today. Punishment. Yo Young Shul first appeared in count on September 6, 2004 and was charged with 21 counts of murder. In his first court appearance, he apologized to the victim family while insisted that he had no intention of stopping the killings. He said he refused to return to court but returned 2 weeks later where he attacked the judge. In Nescout, appearances were October 4. However, he had attempted suicide the night before by hanging himself from a wall fan in his cell but was stopped by guards. On October 25, Yo tried to attack an audience member in the courtroom, who caused in the agreed that he will not cause any further disturbance. Shockingly, he comforted the victim's family and said the woman deserved to be arrested by him. Finally, on December 13, Yo Young Shul was found guilty of the 20 counts of the murder and sentenced to death. The victim's family has been given financial compensation by the government because of the law this country that say if the criminal cannot compensate the family for the crime, the government will. Yo is currently at the Shell Detention Center on death now. On of 16 death row imitates. The last execution of the criminal on death row was in 1997 and modernism was enacted the following year, meaning no more executions have taken place since then. Interestingly, there was a lot of talk about the abolition of the death penalty in South Korea before Yo's arrest, but after Yo's crime came to light, public opinion was shifted to support death penalty. So while the death penalty is still allowed and still given in punishment, is not currently in operation. Conclusion. The conclusion of the story of the raincoat killer casing and predicted in Korea in tracement to the power of perseverance and the effectiveness of the law enforcement in bringing dangerous criminals to justice. Despite the killer's escalate than gruesome modus operandi, the thief's effort to investigation and forensic aspect eventually led the identification and arrest of Yo Young Shul. His capture brought closure to the families of his victims and served as the warning to other would-be criminals that their action will not go unpunished. The story of the raincoat killer also highlights the importance of community awareness and safety measures, such as working in groups or well-lit areas to prevent similar traditions from occurring in the future. Ultimately, the story of the raincoat killer serves as the reminder that even in the darkness of the circumstances, justice can be served through the dedicated effort of law enforcement and the support of the community. The raincoat killer focus does not the seriousness of the Yo investigation justice normally deals in account in the shared emotional depths of the pain caused by this murder investigation. References: Han Yong-sang, 13 August 2004. Serial Killer Crimes to F. Hidden victims' organs. Chosen and recited 12 July 2016. Yo Young Shell included in worst 21 worst serial killers achieved. November 12, 2014 at the Wayback Machine, Korea's time 2010. Reserved on 2014 10 to 11. Jump up to the Ku Min Seung Jae, 18 July 2004. Suspend at the killings of Massachusetts Early, Korea Jong and Daily Deciphered, 13 July 2016. Jump up to serial killer confessed and additional murders. Chosen an Indian TV, 19 July 2004. Deciphered 12 July 2016. Jump to the Min Seong Han Jung Hang, 19 July 2004. Serial killing police finding more evidence. Korea Jong and Daily Retriever, 13 July 2016. Jump up to Seoul man Manhattan kill spree. BBC News, 18 July 2004. Deciphered 12 July 2016. Jump up to Police and Serial Murder Probe. Korea Jong and Daily, 26 July 2004. Deciphered 13 July 2016. M. Jung Ang, Chon Is Sung, 20 July 2004. Police work on other murder cases. Korea Jong and Daily Deciphered 13 July 2016. Jump up to the King Seng Min Swing, 18 July 2004. Serial murder after long history in Korea. Korea Jong Hang Daily Deciphered 13 July 2016. Lim Ming Hang, 8 August 2004. Police tried to calm future citizen. Korea Jong and Daily Deciphered 13 July 2016. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Tara, dah stop record ke?
Dah sudah.
Ah,
Okay.
okay, beres.
Nanti you send video